Hey guys, how are you freaking doing? It's been way too long. So I kind of took a break from YouTube just because, mostly losing motivation just because I didn't really have a show planned or anything. So kind of just been kicking it, being a little bit lazy, honestly. But this is my girlfriend. Her name is Kate.
Hi.
We're actually in Souk, BC right now because we're planning on moving out here soon. We're getting a little bit sick of Vernon. We've been there forever. Just kind of bored, honestly. And then we come here for literally like a day, and we drove down this one street. Didn't even mean to go down that street, but we fell in love with it. We're Souk enjoyers, that is for sure. So we've been exploring kind of like all around Souk and the rest of Victoria. Very beautiful, very free. Everybody here is super nice. I find that living in a small town, everybody gets a little bit sick of people, I think, because you see the same people, same everything. There's a lot more to do here. So we have really been just enjoying ourselves. We're heading back tomorrow morning, but we plan on coming back soon. But I know it's been a while since YouTube, but I'm gonna get it going again. I hope you guys enjoy the videos. This will be kind of like a vlog of the weekend, and then I'll throw a workout in there, probably do the workout tomorrow. And yeah, just come along with us as we, just enjoy our trip. The montage. Hey YouTube, so just a little update. We spent like 2.5 hours at the beach after working out this morning, and then after that we decided to just come back, chill out for a bit. We walked around the camp for a little bit, and then one of the 10 we just like laid down. We are so tired. Kate's like falling asleep. I can barely keep my eyes open. But we gotta go get some food, and then yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think I'm gonna end up probably trying to work out tomorrow when I get back to Vernon. Film that for you guys, and a little travel vlog. So catch you later. It's back to Vancouver. Then we're headed back to Vernon for a long drive, for like 4 hours, something like that. But yeah, we're in Prairie right now. It's pretty cool. So just enjoying our time. Got a lot of cool neighbors, people we met on this road. It's nice. It's going well. But I'm gonna try to hit a workout later. Thank you guys for it. It's good. Alrighty, so I never did a workout. The next day, this is actually today. This is Thursday. Really good workout though. I'm pretty depleted because I haven't been eating much, and it's because of, I'll be talking about it in the next clip. But yeah, I've been getting leaner because I've barely been eating, unable to, just no appetite. But it was really cool because I don't feel like I've lost much muscle. It's only been about 4 days of not really getting enough protein, which I've always been really stressed about. But I'm handling it pretty well this time, one day at a time. Today I'm actually going to be able to get enough protein in, so I'm pretty hyped about that. But today, this is just 2 exercises that I did. The first one was a little superset. This is just rear delts. Yeah, it was a really good workout today. I'm feeling a little bit lean, so I think I really should, as soon as I get my appetite back, my plan is definitely to try to put on a little bit of weight because it's getting a little bit uncomfortable for sure. Well, hello. So this is kind of like the end of the video. It's actually Thursday, probably around like 6:30 right now. Just kind of hanging out in my room. Did a lot of cleaning today. We got back from our trip yesterday, and was just pretty dead. So yesterday I didn't really do too much. I went and did like a little workout downstairs, and I ended up just kind of like turning on music and just got really into my music and started dancing. I don't know. I've been pretty happy lately. That's what I'm here to talk about, because I feel like YouTube's the kind of the place where I feel pretty comfortable talking about my personal life. I don't know why. I think it's because I have less followers on YouTube, and a lot of times on Instagram, a lot of times I think people get scared to share their lives and like kind of what's going on, because they think that people might judge, or I don't really know. But obviously I'm trying not to worry about that, because I think the more real you are, just works out so much better for you in the long run. So honesty really counts. So it's not like I did anything wrong, but yeah. So I feel like I mentioned it before when I did my show that I was an avid pot smoker. I smoke a lot of weed, and or at least I did. And kind of all started when I had smoked a couple times when I was like 16, 17, like maybe more than a couple, but just it never got to the point of like everyday use, which is that's when pot's bad. Pot is one of those things, like weed, whatever you want to call it. In my opinion, if you do it once in a while, like drinking, it's fine. And the thing is, like, I do believe that weed it's not as bad for you as drinking. And I think that's one of those things that like most people believe that, but there's still a stigma around weed because it was illegal for so long, right? So, and I'm not defending weed. I am not. Any drug is bad. Anything that changes your mental state and allows you not to be clear, about what you want, anything that changes your mood, for sure. And weed is, in my opinion, a content drug. If you are sad or depressed or something, it just kind of makes you content. It allows you to survive without maybe thinking about all the bullshit that you're going through. But the problem that I have with it is, I feel like you wake up the next day and all those feelings that you repressed, they come rushing in. So let's say I work the next day in the morning. If I smoke a lot the night before, a lot of times I'll wake up and just feel almost anxious. But I have this bad habit of, highs and lows. So in the morning I'm on medication for ADHD. I take Ritalin, and it helps me just focus. And it's really good for me. It's one of those things where people are always like, oh, like you don't want to be medicated every day, but it's when you have ADHD, you notice it. I didn't notice it till I was 21 and went to the doctor and was like, hey, like, I've never been able to focus in my life. Like, I can't do it. Like, but I've always felt like I'm not dumb. So, like, school was always really hard for me growing up. It was just stressful, and I didn't get it because all the other kids seemed to just have a lot of fun, and I was always sitting there just anxious, just, what is the teacher talking about? I don't even know. They'd have to, like, wake me up half the time. Like, Graham, are you paying attention? I'm like, I'm trying. I'm really trying. And like a lot of times I feel like teachers could tell, like I'm a very honest person. I have a hard time lying, and I think that is something with ADHD for sure. I really like lying. Just it gives me so much anxiety to the point that I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. So I don't lie. I can ask a lot of people that I know, and it kills me. It really does. I'm almost honest to a fault though, like sometimes, I can't help it. If you ask me a question, like I just start talking and I can't stop. Like, look at this. I just been rambling, and I think I've switched like different topics of what I'm trying to talk about like 4 or 5 times. That's ADHD, because the Ritalin is definitely wearing out. It wears out at the end of the day. A lot of times when that happens, I'll either get kind of anxious or tired. It all depends on how much activity I did in the day. But, so back to marijuana, I don't know if I should even be like mentioning it too much, because I know it's still illegal in some parts of the world. So, hopefully this YouTube video doesn't really get banned, but I think it's good to talk about this kind of stuff. There's a lot of people that might be going through the same thing, you're smoking every day, I think when COVID hit, the first lockdown, like, I feel like it wasn't just me, like a lot of people either picked up some sort of drug, alcohol, marijuana. And the thing is, like, I drink maybe once every 2 months. Drinking, I always feel depressed the next day, and it's really just not fun in my opinion. It's fun in the night, and then you wake up and you're like, that's not really me. Don't really like that. But yeah, so I was smoking since COVID every single day, and like a lot, and it just kind of kept on building. Like I was smoking more and more. You smoke one amount that one day, and then you're like, okay, I'll smoke that amount tomorrow. I'll just keep it there. And then next thing you know, you're home earlier or something, and you take a hoot at like 2 p.m. because you're like, I'm home and I'm kind of anxious, so I'm gonna take a hoot. And then the problem with weed is the only way, you have to keep it going. Like if you let yourself burn out weed, it's just, you feel like shit. So my advice, don't do it at all. Just don't smoke weed. Just don't. Unless you don't have an addictive personality, which I have a very addictive personality. So yeah, advice, if you do have addictive personality, don't. It's not worth it. But yeah, so when I did my show, sorry, this is gonna be a little bit of a tangent. I'm gonna talk for a little bit because I feel like this is something that people might be interested in. They might be struggling with kind of the same thing. I'm really awkward with the camera, and I move a lot, so I have to like keep on placing it. ADHD. But yeah, it's every day. I remember the most I think I ever smoked was actually kind of recently, a couple months ago. I bought an ounce, smoked like a whole ounce in 13 days. That was probably the most anxious I felt in a long time, and I noticed it for sure. Yeah, so when I did my show, they test for weed at the show. It's not banned for you to use it. It's just like they want you to cut it out before competition. So I did, and I didn't even get tested at the show. But so the last month before prep, I quit smoking weed, and it was easy. The reason it was easy because I needed to. I've been prepping for the show for so long that like I just was like, it's not worth it. I had to quit, right? And then I quit, and I felt great. Felt amazing. I felt like I was doing all the right things. And then I think something went wrong in my prep in the last couple of weeks. I had kind of like a mental breakdown, honestly. I started to get really freaked out. My coach set up a plan for me, and I just was like, I don't know. In the moment, I was so anxious, just with everything going on, quitting weed, being that lean, definitely messes with your head. If you've ever been that lean, like it's something else. You wake up, then you go to the gym, and instantly after the gym every single day, I had nothing in me. I didn't want to do anything. I couldn't sleep, but I was sleeping like 3 or 4 hours a night. And well, on prep for that month, like the first couple weeks, quitting weed, of course, I sweat like a pig every night. When you quit smoking weed, I feel like people react differently to it. For me, I stop eating. I have no appetite at all. Not at all. And it's so tough. But yeah, so on prep it was really easy. That's what I'm trying to get the point of, because I needed to. And then the show happened. I didn't do as well as I wanted to. I got really down on myself, and instantly just got right back into weed. And it was so much worse than before. I feel like this if you, let's say, relapse. I feel weird saying that for weed, because I don't want to almost insult people that have gone through harder situations than that, because weed is definitely, in my opinion, something to be addicted to comparatively to other drugs. It's pretty minor, compared to what other drugs can do to you. So, but did my show, jump back in, and I was eating so much food every night. I couldn't help it. I was still living on my own, depressed, and every night I would just eat my feelings. I gained 20 pounds of fat in like a month, and that's when the real depression started. I think I was covering it up with the eating, and then instantly when I realized that, I was just like, I let it get this far, and I was just in such a hole. Like, if you ever been there, it's And the thing is, like 20 pounds of fat, it's not a lot, especially since I was that lean. But the problem is when you do a show and then instantly just lose all that you worked so hard for, you know, you don't enjoy it. You just like, it was really tough mentally, you know. It's the body dysmorphia after the show was, and it still is. Like, I feel like if you do a show, your body dysmorphia is usually going to be pretty bad, especially when you have addictive personality, because it's hard to stop and take a step back. I'm always chasing being that lean, right? You know, it's just not beneficial all the time trying to be lean, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm gonna turn my light on. There we go. So yeah, that's where I was. And then I forget when this was. I think it was probably 6 months ago about. I decided one day, I was like, holy shit, I need to quit smoking weed. So again, I threw everything out, all of my weed. And the problem with this time was I wasn't ready. And I felt like I knew that. The problem is though, once you tell yourself you're gonna quit, and then you get really down on yourself when you start having those thoughts of like, you know, you're not ready, you know? But the truth is, I wasn't ready. And the reason that I know that is because to replace the weed, oh, that was weird. But to replace the weed, I started having a couple drinks every night and taking a lot of Benadryl. And like, you might be thinking, oh, it's just Benadryl, but like 3 times the amount that you're supposed to take. I was addicted to anything that could make me feel just kind of numb, you know? And thinking about it now, like, it almost kind of makes me tear up a little bit, because the amount of mental deprivation it takes to, you know, go through that and put yourself through that, rather than just saying to yourself like, hey, you're a person and you gotta start treating yourself like it. But that was a big wake-up call. I remember I went and hung out with my friends at a party. One of them pulled out some weed, and like, it wasn't even a thought. Like, I was just like, yeah, I'll smoke it. Yeah, because I was just in such a bad place, you know? And smoked once, and since then, smoking so much, and it's just got so bad, you know? It really did. Thinking about it is just, it's crazy to think about how bad it got. But so yeah, this video, at the start, you'll see like I went to Victoria with my girlfriend, and something happened. We got to Victoria on Monday, probably around we got to our campsite around 7. We go to the store, we get some food, we get some Subway, because we're gonna smoke, and I know I'll get hungry, so I'm like, okay, yay, it's gonna be a good night. The problem was that I was really happy to be there. And I'm the kind of person where I can't wean myself off of anything. It's quit cold turkey and just do it, you know, because I'm so addicted to everything that I can't handle doing just a little. But so I quit cold turkey that night, and it's tough, you know. I was sitting there and I was like almost in tears thinking about it, because I'm like, well, like, as soon as I bring it up to my girlfriend, it's real. And the problem with that is that as soon as I bring it up to a girlfriend, if I fail. But the problem is that I can't be thinking like that. You can't be thinking if I fail. You know how many times you have to fail at so many things just to improve? You know how many shows people do before they get 3rd place, 5th place? You know, like, it's tough for everyone, but we're all going through it on our own pace. Doesn't matter when you get there, it just matters that you're trying to get there. Because as long as you keep on trying, you can do anything, and I've realized that. So big shout out to my girlfriend, because the amount of support that she gave me is the reason I was able to do it. But I want to say this, I would never quit anything for someone, because when you quit something for someone, you're gonna probably fail. Because you're probably gonna have some resentment, you know, especially when you're addicted to something like that. It's a drug, you know, it changes your mind. But not at all. I realized in that moment that I wasn't quitting for her. I was quitting because I was finally in a good enough place to like myself enough, you know, which was a reaction, I guess, to our relationship because it's been going so well. And I really want to say that it's going very well between me and Kate. Should probably be seeing more of her in the future. I'm going to try to keep YouTube going because I really like it. It keeps me motivated and it helps me focus on something and strive towards something. But yeah, that's kind of what this video is mainly meant to be about. Just talking about my struggles with weed. I am now 4 days sober. And the difference this time with me getting sober is this is the first time I really want to get sober. This is the first time when the first few days when I quit, I'm not thinking this is a huge mistake. I'm not sitting in bed almost in tears because I'm anxious and depressed. And that's because I have so much to look forward to. Me and my girlfriend have been talking about, what kind of life we want to live together in the coming couple months, and that involves moving in together, most likely. I don't think anything excites me more than that. When you love someone, when you truly love someone, you want to spend every moment with them. And I've felt like I've been in love before, but the problem is you never truly know, so still early. We haven't been dating for crazy long, but it's one of those times when you start dating someone and you realize you recognize yourself in them more than in yourself, if that makes sense. Our past is so similar, like just everything. She can say something about how she's feeling and I know exactly how she's feeling because we have a lot of the same, I guess, I want to say it lightly, mental challenges. Let's say obstacles we have to overcome just in the mental, battling our brains. Both have a lot of the same battles in our brains. So I guess also what I want to say is find someone that doesn't just compliment you, but where you compliment each other. And not just each other's lives, but each other's feelings. Where it just feels right. You meet someone and you know that I'm gonna be with this person for a while because I want to know everything about them. I want to learn what their aspirations are, and I want to go do stuff with them. I want to improve my life with them. So it's pretty cool, Wanted to mention that too. I know that I haven't posted in so long, so anybody who views this, if you struggled with anything like I've just talked about, if you're still struggling, if you need someone to talk to about mental health, addiction, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a therapist, but if you truly need someone, send me a DM. I'm here, it pains me to think that people have gone through, what I'm coming out of, because it's gone through it, that it sticks with you. It really does, and it affects every part of your life, not just little parts, but every part. So that's kind of it. Closing out this video, I want to keep on uploading on YouTube, so if you guys liked it, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot of content about the gym, mostly. That's my life, basically. Diet as well. Gonna try to do more full day of eatings and full workouts, so like, comment, subscribe if you like the video, and I'll see you guys soon.